Good morning to one and all present today. My name is Akar and I'll be the host for the event today. Let us first start by welcoming our dignitaries. Ms. Jayashree Kumar, Founder, Principal and Chief Operating Officer. Ms. Shaya Shetti, Principal. Vasan Sir, General Manager. Ms. Lata, Admin Head. Ms. Preeti Pasricha, Headmistress, Primary Section. Ms. Aarti Joshi, Headmistress, Pre-Primary Section, SBIS. Ms. Shilpa Milwani, Coordinator, Primary Section. Ms. Suma, SAP and ECC Coordinator. Ms. Radhika Karthik, Coordinator of IGCSE and ASA levels. And Ms. Santa Mukherjee, Coordinator of ICSE and ISE. Now let's pause and consider about TED. So TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, Design, and it is founded by Richard Saul Warman. Is more than just an acronym. So the first TED conference was in 1984. The initial TED conferences were focused majorly on technology, design, and entertainment. So it's a public performing talk which is impactful. So this in a similar way, our learners also today will be giving such talks which will be impactful. Now I would request Ms. Preeti Pasricha ma'am and Shilpa Milwani ma'am to felicitate our guest of honor. I would also like to request Ms. Radhika Karthik ma'am and Ms. Santa Mukherjee ma'am to felicitate our guest of honor, Ms. Jayashree Kumar and Ms. Shaya Shetti. I would now request Preeti ma'am and Shilpa ma'am to felicitate Vasan sir. We now proceed with today's event by lighting the lamp. The lamp is a symbol of knowledge and wisdom. It signifies the dispelling of darkness and igniting thought of enlightenment. We would request all our heads and leaders to come forward for lighting of the lamp. I would now like to take a moment and reflect back on what CP Goenka International School Thane has been doing for the TED student talk. So, we have been dedicated to a diverse set of skills where our students are sheltered in a way that allows them to give such vital presentations and impactful talks. After 2 successful rounds, our school's second year of TED student talk is going to be completed today. So the students were chosen in advance to the final round after being evaluated for various criteria the first 2 rounds. So we have our primary and secondary section students ready to go on the stage. Are you all ready? Before going ahead, I would request our chief guest, Mr. Kumar, to please come ahead and speak a few words.
Very good morning, dear parents, and welcome to CP Goenka International School. It's a home for all of us, especially the wonderful students of our school. It's a platform that we are providing to all our children to learn to express themselves. At a very young age, this generation is well equipped with the conviction and also the vocabulary to express themselves, and we want to groom them to be able to express and make a difference in the society when they grow up. So we started young. We've started to nurture them from now onwards, from a young age, and we're taking baby steps as a school, but definitely the faculty members, the principal of the school, and also every other member on campus is providing them with a very nice and a conducive environment where they don't fear expressing themselves. Today, the topics on which they will be talking will really amaze you. These are topics which are relevant for their future. And I'm glad that they are able to express whatever they wish to and whatever they feel about it. So wishing everyone all the very best. Children, you are the best. And you need to believe it. I very strongly feel that at young age, when you know there is no fear in expressing how you feel, provided it is done with a lot of dignity, grace, humility. And if you're wrong, it's good to just say sorry, learn from it, and never to repeat that mistake again. That's called learning. And that's what you learn. We as adults are learning all of this now, isn't it, parents? We're learning all of that now, but if we can groom our next generation to do what is right, I think we'll make it large. So just believe in yourself, children. Love yourself, express yourself with a lot of humility and grace, and you will make it very, very large in life. All the best.
Thank you, ma'am. I will now request Sharmila ma'am to come forward and speak a few words.
Once again, very good morning to everybody, and hearty congratulations to my dear students who are seated here. You already are the winners. We are extremely happy and proud of you. I think, parents, a word of applause for you all as well. It is indeed nothing possible without the positive push from parents. Teachers are doing their bit here, but at home also, nurturing them with lot of dignity, lot of respect is equally extremely important. I I'm very happy to stand here because not only the annual function, just quite recently the annual function of the primary section got over. Immediately yesterday we have had a beautiful Marathi Bhasha Gaurav Din celebration. Today we are here doing TED. I really wonder, teachers, the heads who are seated here, what do you have with you? What kind of magical wand do you have that your teachers are working so beautifully? It is really, and we are extremely today, Jayashree ma'am, I, Asan sir, all of three of us are here, but we are wondering how our teachers are managing. And the entire credit, I think we should give to the heads who are seated here. I think Preeti, Arti, Bhumika, Radhika, Santa, please come here. This, Suma, Shilpa, please come. I think the entire credit goes to this team, which is trying to go in front of you. Yes, we have tomorrow as well. Tomorrow we have professions for our little ones, for the pre-primary section. So, Auntie Bhumika taking wonderful care. They are grooming their children at their home. Then this batch comes to us, which is taken care of by Preeti and Shilpa. And Preeti, I must appreciate, primary section is amazingly doing. The annual function that we have had this year, I don't think ever such kind of level children had achieved ever. So salute to Preeti and Shilpa. We are proud of this batch. Radhika and Santa are doing extremely well in their own sections. IGCSE A-levels is taken very well care by Radhika. She is doing a wonderful job because our teachers are going for continuous training sessions. We are extremely happy to share with you parents. I will take only 1 minute, but I have to share this with all of you because you are the parents. I can see few of the parents of primary section and the secondary section. So our teachers for Cambridge are selected and they have done the training also for setting the question paper for IGCSE Cambridge examinations. And don't you be proud of that? And ICSE, our teachers already are going for paper correction. 2 teachers have been selected for setting the question paper for ICSE as well, which is not easy because ICSE is like all. Miss Santa is going to Delhi now in this month itself, in the month of March, and she is selected and nominated by the council as the examination coordinator for grade 12 chemistry. This is an achievement in itself. There are 2 teachers who have been selected for setting the question paper. I already have said this, Santa is one of them. So we are extremely proud of this team, the strongest team I would say in this, I would say in Thane and Mumbai as well. Nothing can beat us, nothing can beat us, and we are backed and supported by our management. So I think this is the best place to be here. My students definitely will agree with me. What do you say, children? I'm answering. Yes, we all love you. All the best. God bless you, my dear children. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot to speak about Suma. Sorry. You have seen the culmination, SAP culmination. Amazingly done by her. And now I will say
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful words. It's indeed that all our leaders and heads are doing a great because of the trio sitting ahead, because you all are there for them and they all are there for us. Thank you so much, ma'am. We will now go ahead and invite our first speaker of the day. So, may I now invite Vanika Vajpai from grade 9 to go ahead for the first TED student talk. Let's hear it up for Vanshika once more.
Good morning, esteemed judges, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. It's an honor to stand before you today as a part of this daring debate. My name is Vanika Vajpai, and I'm from grade 9. Let me begin by asking a question. If you could have dinner with anyone in the world, who would it be? Would it be a celebrity, a historical figure, or perhaps someone who has made significant impact on society? For me, that person is Sonam Wangchuk, a visionary engineer and innovator from India. Now, how many of you have seen the movie Three Idiots? Show of hands. Thank you. Great. You might remember the character Joseph Bambu, the brilliant and unconventional youngster who challenged the traditional education system. Well, did you know that Sonam Wangchuk is the real-life inspiration behind that character? His work in education reform and environmental sustainability embodies the very ideals that the movie brought to life. So, how many of you believe that education is far more than just memorizing facts? I see a few nods. Yes, Mr. Wangchuk would agree with you. He believes that education should empower students to think critically, innovate, and solve real-world problems. Imagine sitting across the dinner table from someone who doesn't just talk about change, but actually creates it. Mr. Wangchuk has dedicated his life to transforming education, particularly in the harsh environments of Ladakh. Imagine a school where textbooks are secondary and students learn by doing, questioning, and even making mistakes. Doesn't that sound like true learning? This is encouraged by SECMON. SECMON stands for the Students' Educational and Cultural Movement of Ladakh. Over dinner, I'd love to ask Mr. Wangchuk as to how we can bring more hands-on learning to our schools. That is very beneficial. So, Mr. Wangchuk isn't just an educator, he is also a committed environmentalist. How many of you have heard of the Ice to Pub project? Show hands. Okay. It's an ingenious solution Mr. Wangchuk developed to create artificial glaciers that provide water to communities during dry months. His ability to blend traditional knowledge with modern science offers us all a powerful lesson on how we can use our education to make a real difference. Just like in the movie Three Idiots, the message was to follow your passion rather than chase grades. In conclusion, Mr. Wangchuk is the person I'd love to have dinner with due to his unwavering dedication towards education reform and environmental sustainability. He shows us that one person with enough determination can truly make a difference. You know, I could ask Mr. Wangchuk on how we can address the traffic issue that arises around our school daily. Very relatable. His innovative thinking could help us reduce time and chaos during those busy afternoon hours, hoping to find a solution. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vanshika, for this fabulous talk. I'm sure we all must be inspired and all will be waiting to get invited from Mr. Sonam Wangchuk one day for the dinner. Let's move ahead and invite our next speaker for the day, Lina Kar from grade 4. Let's give it up for Lina.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, my dear parents, teachers, and friends. My name is Lina Kar, and I am from class 4F. Sometimes I wonder, what if a child took his or her first steps when the parents were scrolling through Instagram, or their first words were drowned out by the sound of a notification? What if, years from now, they remember your face always lit by a screen instead of your eyes full of love and attention? Parents, please put your phones down. Okay, I understand. We are born in a world where screens dominate your attention. Whether it's social media, work emails, shopping for toys, books, and clothes for us and for yourself, or even learning new things. The phone has become a constant companion. However, the problem begins when it starts to feel like the phone is more important than us. We are only kids, but we can see it, we can feel it, and it hurts. I can vouch for it. It hurts when I wake up in the morning and find my mother staring at her phone, scrolling through emails. It hurts when at breakfast I try to tell my father about a funny dream, but he just goes absent-mindedly while typing on his screen. I don't know whether they realize that this habit of theirs is already impacting me. Sometimes it feels like I am fighting for attention, not against another sibling, but against a screen. For a long time, I used to think that only my parents were constantly distracted by the phone. But later, I realized that kids all around the world are experiencing this. Adults say that there are a lot of research findings on the impact of parental overuse of phones on children. For example, a study by the University of Michigan identified that kids of tech-distracted parents often have more difficulty in emotional regulation. They also devised a term called technoparents, where parents overuse of phones in terms of important family interactions. This can result in children feeling neglected and can also lead to high levels of anxiety, depression, and behavioral problems. Harvard Graduate School of Education conducted research to find connection between parental overuse of devices and strength of attachment between parents and children. As expected, high levels of phone use were linked to weak attachment. Similar research and outcomes are also available with American Academy of Pediatrics. I would just like to say, look into the eyes of your children. The pain that you see there will prove all the research findings. It's not about one last message or quickly replying to an email. It's about you being constantly distracted. In the end, I would just like to say this to my parents and the parents of all other children. We won't be kids forever. Someday we will stop trying to get your attention. Our time is now. Now is the time for you to put away your phones during meals. Now is the time to give your full attention when we speak. Now is the time to create those special moments. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiranya. So parents, indeed, stepping away from our phones will make great, meaningful connections with our learners or any adult that we are talking with. And that's the reason they always say, right, whenever you are speaking with somebody, and eye contact is something which is really necessary so that they know and you know that we are talking, we are communicating. So let's give it up for Hiranya once more. Let me now invite Panchal and Panda from grade 6 to take over the next talk. Can we hear it for him, please? Parents, I would like to thank each and every one of you present here today. Being a Friday morning, you all have made it up and you have given your presence here. So thank you so much for coming up and encouraging all the learners. Thank you so much.
Hello. Animals to aliens, grandmothers to teachers, chefs, musicians, or a conglomerate. Who would want to switch lives with someone for a day? Good morning, friends. My name is Panchal, and today I am presenting on a topic: if you could switch lives with someone for a day. The grass seems to be a lot greener on the other side, and I'm sure all my friends sitting here would vouch with me when I say I want to switch with Ronaldo, Messi, Billie Eilish, Blackpink, Mr. Beast, or Elon Musk. As we all look up to them, he used to switch lives with an astronaut to get a 360-degree view of the entire planet, or a military man serves his nation, or a famous blogger or YouTuber who creates new and interesting lifestyles to inspire many, or a famous chef who creates innovation under a high-pressure environment, and so on and so this into a child's imagination, as it is the beginning of all creation. As children, everyone has a fairyland of their own. But my dear friends, I often want to ask if generally the grass is greener on the other side. Why today also on such a topic are we discussing fantasies only? The biggest question of haves and have not. Why am I not discussing on switching lives with an animal on the verge of extinction who can better explain humans how to save its kind? Or a visually impaired person who can enjoy the colorful world for a day while I can understand their difficulties? Or, not so far, my parents who can have a day to enjoy while I can understand the cost of growing. Learn to be. Why am I not discussing on switching lives with a genius? So that when you are a negotiator, it would be so fruitful, as getting to know your enemy is an act of empathy. You get to see life through the lenses and perspectives, and the world would be a better place for you and for Media Pakistan. No Russia, and no USA, Vietnam. But again, not all are geniuses, as when we judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will go its entire life thinking that it is worthless. I lives to greener pasture, you are deceiving yourself into thinking that others are having a better time than you. However, when I brace myself to catch everything that life throws at me in a spirit of grace, humility, and love, and trusting God for
how we can switch lives, with somebody and we can understand their daily battles, what they face. So it was really great to hear that. Let me now invite Rohan Das from grade 5 to speak ahead.
Good morning, respected dignitaries, judges, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. I am Rohan Das from grade 5D. Today I will be talking about enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Give me a cheer if you have been to amusement parks like Imagika, Water Kingdom, or Disneyland. There are so many exciting rides there. Give me a cheer if you have been roller coasters there. The ride of the roller coaster, or would you prefer skipping straight to the end? I'm sure most of you would want to enjoy the ride of the roller coaster before you reach the end. The anticipation when it climbs up slowly, the thrill when it drops into the abyss suddenly, the wind sweeping your hair, the match leads, the final stop. All these moments are what makes this journey so amazing. We keep remembering it long after the ride ends. Similarly, the journey of life involves the process of learning and taking in the experiences. These learnings and experiences are what creates a person. The destination is the end goal. It's about how we reach there is what defines us. Life is also about all the moments, about the now. It's about truly being there and giving our all. When I was preparing for the initial TED talk, I was very nervous. I wondered, what if I get eliminated? What if I'm not good enough? But then my mom said, we shouldn't worry about the results. We have to concentrate on giving our best. I followed my mom's advice. Each time I got selected to the next round, I concentrated on the journey of writing and delivering, and not on the destination of the result. Do you remember when India lost the ODI World Cup finals in 2023? We were very sad and angry. Do you remember the Indian team at the airport? They were so calm and composed. We all thought that they don't have emotions, that they aren't sad. How can they be so calm? That calmness signified that our very blue knew that not winning the World Cup wasn't the end of the world. Of the journey. It channelizes energy, rethought their strategy, and emerged as winners in the T20 World Cup. This is the true meaning of not being swayed by wins or losses, but to concentrate on the journey. This reminds me of what the Bhagavad Gita says. Karmanya Vanika raste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala hetu mate samgotsva karmani. In this famous teaching of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna tells Arjuna that we should keep doing the duty without thinking of the result. Without work, there is no life. Hence, you can't be in a state of inertia and not work. This is very true for us students as well. We keep giving exams to go to the next grade. In the future, we will have to give entrance exams to go to university, which is highly competitive. Exams create a panic in the minds of students and parents alike. However, following the Bhagavad Gita, if we keep learning, understanding the concepts, we don't have to be worried about the exams. We have to remember that they are just a part of the journey of life. Our society is result-oriented. People are judged based on their results. We do feel happy when we achieve our dreams. It's quite natural. However, if we keep worrying about the result, we won't be able to concentrate on the work at hand. This will suck our energy and affect our mental, physical, emotional well-being. We should focus on both the journey and the destination. However, if we aren't there yet, we shouldn't feel disheartened. We keep going and learning on the way. That is our success. Failures teach us the way to success. We have so many great personalities in history like Einstein, Mahika A, Leonardo da Vinci, Beethoven, or sports people like Ronaldo, Usain Bolt, Pele.
They all faced failures but kept going. They knew the true meaning to the journey of life and success. They didn't stop and their names are etched in golden letters in history. As I end, I would like you all to remember what Rudyard Kipling said. If you can meet time and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. Thank you.
Rohan, really thank you for reminding us this that we should all enjoy the journey. And we never knew that you could relate so well to our Bhagavad Gita's, which we have been reading, but we never focused on all these aspects, So thank you for putting light on that, Rohan. Thank you very much. We will now move forward and invite Tanishka Padale from grade 11 to step ahead.
Good morning to one and all present here. My name is Tanishka Padale and I'm from grade 11 IS. So let me start by asking you a rather rhetorical question. Have you ever stayed up late at night wondering, what if I had chosen differently? Because personally, I used to do that all the time. But then, I read a book, Midnight Library by Matt King. Midnight Library follows the story of Nora Seal, who essentially committed suicide, but instead of dying, she found herself in a magical library where each book represented a version of her life based on the choices she made. Imagine that. Imagine getting to live out all your what ifs and see what things will take you. As a 16-year-old, I'm at a crossroads quite often because each decision I make could potentially shape my future. School, relationships, college, and so on. I used to be terrified of making the wrong choice. Reading Nora's journey made me realize something. Life isn't about avoiding regret. Because let's be real, we cannot avoid it and it's impossible to avoid regret. It's about embracing your choices and learning from them. A moment that really hit home from the book was when Nora decided to become an Olympic swimmer, a dream she once had. But instead of feeling happy, she felt empty and disconnected. This made me think about how often we chase after goals we think will make us happy, only to find out that we don't. This made me think about how easy it is to dwell from our path. Another noteworthy instance from the book was when she pursued a goal of being a famous musician. At first, it was perfect, exciting. She got to perform on dance stages, she was adored by her fans. But as she lived that life, she progressively realized the constant pressure, the lack of connection, and the loneliness she felt. Which made her deeply unhappy. Because let's be real, success doesn't always mean fulfillment. This made me think about how easy it is to romanticize certain paths, assuming that they will bring you happiness, but it's not true. Another thing, so this book taught me that life is about living what you feel and not thinking about how others. This book didn't just change how I viewed events, it taught me to see every moment as an opportunity. Life is about where you are right now and not dwelling on what it could have been. So, if you're ever stuck wondering, what if? Remember that life is too short to be paralyzed by regret. Take that chance, make that choice, and trust that wherever you end up, you'll be okay. Because it's not about the perfect path, but living fully on your own. Thank you.
Thank you, Tanishka, for telling us about the book that really changed your life. And so is when we read a book, reading can change many things apart from, getting the knowledge, and it can affect our skills, our sets. So thank you for enlightening us with that. We now move ahead and invite Smaran from grade 5. Parents, your applause are required so that learners
That's great.
Voice is breaking. हाँ. But because here it's not continuous. Sometimes it's going off mic, on mic, off mic, so it's not very clear. Yeah, standing mic would be great. Whatever the company, but your comfort are hearing.
Hello. In this world, we come along and we leave it. And in between this journey of life, we spend time building connections. So what are these connections? By birth, the first set of people we are associated with are our parents and family. However, outside family, we have friends. Just like a puzzle is incomplete without all its right pieces, I think a life is also incomplete without friends. Hello everyone, I'm Smaran from class 5G, and today I want to talk about the incredible impact of friends in our life. For most of us, our neighborhoods and schools are the places where we first communicate with one another. We may bond over a conversation, common habits, or share common interests like sports, arts, traveling, etc. Friendship is a relation which we start building right from a young age and continue to develop throughout our life. Friends may remain same or change, but they are a part of our lives at all stages. So what is so special about friends? Friends are like a family we create outside our home. They are the sunshine of our lives that make it brighter. We laugh with them, we argue with them, we share our feelings with them. They accept us for who we are and spend time with us. Imagine you are feeling bored or just feel like watching a movie or eating an ice cream. Who do you think of? Your friends, right? Of course, who better than a friend? No matter what your mood is, friends can help in uplifting your spirits and making you feel relaxed. Research states that good friends can have a positive and healthy impact on our life that can help us to be instrumental in our success and achievements. As we grow older, we realize that friends are the ones with whom we can have the most senseless conversations. Remember the movie Three Idiots, in which Rancho inspires Raju and Farhan to pursue their dreams? In professional life too, friends play a pivotal role by helping us in networking, collaborating, socializing, and sometimes by simply lending a ear when you are under stress. With the modern times, old people are more prone to loneliness, and having friends can be like a blessing because they can help to build a community and provide a sense of belonging. Having said all this, not only humans, animals too can be your friends. Even if they can't speak, they can be a part of your life and your support. Friendship is a vibe, when matched correctly, can make you feel valued and enriched. It is born based most significant impact of friends in our life is that they provide a strong social support which can significantly improve our overall well-being. In this digital age, it is easy to have Facebook friends, Insta friends, but the challenge is to find a genuine one and not someone who can manipulate you or take advantage and lead you towards any wrong things. So it would only be wise to surround yourself with the right people. Friends are not luxury, but a necessity, because life without them would be dull and meaningless. To conclude, I can say that friends are the treasures of our life. I love all my friends and am truly grateful to have each one of them. क्योंकि हर एक friend जरूरी होता है. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Smaran, for reminding us how important friends are in our daily life. In our busy routine, we forget this really, but it's really important. I would now like to invite Sandi Kar. Let's hear it up for Sandi, everybody.
Hello and good morning, my dear friends, teachers, and judges. My name is Sandi Kar, and today I'm here. Hello and good morning, my dear friends, teachers, and judges. My name is Sandi Kar, and today I'm here to talk to you about the fascinating puzzle behind motivation and what is it exactly that keeps us all away from it. I want you all to imagine this. It's the night before a big exam, and you just know that you should be studying. But instead, you find yourself watching just one more episode of your favorite TV show. Or maybe you've been wanting to learn a new skill, but just can't seem to find the right motivation to do so. Sound familiar? You see, motivation is this tricky thing. We all need it, but it doesn't exactly show up right when we want it to. So why is that? And why can't we get ourselves to do the things that we know we should be doing? And how can we change that? Let's dive into it. Most of us think that motivation is about rewards. However, rewards can help, but research shows that real motivation, the kind that lasts, comes from something much stronger and deeper: purpose and progress. I want you all to think about something you love or enjoy doing, whether it's painting, coding, drawing, singing, or even playing an instrument. No one has to tell you or remind you to do it, right? Because these are things which we enjoy doing, things which we find joy in ourselves. Scientists call this intrinsic motivation. When you are driven by passion, curiosity, or a personal goal rather than just external rewards. But what if you're not naturally motivated? Here's a secret. Action will always come before motivation, not the other way around, as many of us may assume in our day-to-day lives. Now, some may ask and wonder, what's so important about motivation? You see, being motivated plays a crucial role in achieving success and encourages us to work harder and perform better to achieve our goals in life. And all you need to do that is just the first step, a push to start, a new beginning. So the next time you're feeling stuck or struggling in life, don't wait for the motivation to just magically appear. Just do it. Just start. Because sometimes the hardest part is just starting. Read one page, do one push-up, write one sentence. And who knows, that first step might be just the thing to turn your I should do I want to. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sandi. May I now call upon Vhan Mani to come up next. Vhan Mani, grade 5.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Vhan Mani and I am from class 5F. My today's topic is India, a tourism hub. Today, I want to talk to you all about India as a tourism hub and its infrastructure. Do you know that India got 10 million foreign tourists in the year 2020? That's a record of India, and that will be a fascinating news for all Indians. Our country, India, is always been a tourism-proud country because of its natural landscape, diversity, culture, spiritual followers, and the most important, unity. People from worldwide do visit our country to experience popular destinations. India has a great exposures of all kind of tourism, right from Ayodhya to Prayagraj Sangam or the Great Himalayas to the Bay of Bengal, or from the Mumbai's heritage to the Ahmedabad's world-largest cricket stadium. In recent past, government has spent a huge amount of money to increase the importance of India as a tourism hub. From these initiatives, many poor people are getting benefited. We have already witnessed the mega tunnel in Jammu and Kashmir, the Statue of Unity in Kevla Dam in Gujarat, and Atal Setu in Mumbai. Due to this, we all Indians should support the initiatives and infrastructure to help the country develop and grow. Increasing technologies can also create immersive experiences, virtual tours that can showcase the India's rich heritage. Now I must end with a quote that jobs fill your pocket, but adventures fill your soul. Now think that all of you will be curious to explore, experience popular new destinations in India. I must take a leave now. Thank you all for listening to me and please visit new destinations in India.
Thank you for inspiring us to visit the new destinations and go ahead and look the beauty that India has. Thank you so much. Parents, as said by our principal in the start, that the topics which our learners have picked up today are really interesting. So are you all enjoying? Yes? Yes. Great. Now let me invite our next speaker, Shaya Shetti from grade 6.
Imagine waking up one fine morning in someone else's life, not just stepping into their shoes, but becoming them for an entire day. My name is Shaya Shetti, and today I want to explore a topic that may sound like fiction, but will help us understand simple values of life. My topic for today is if I could switch lives with someone for a day. Now, in my case, I would like to switch lives with my pet dog, Shaya. Now, you might be wondering, out of all the other celebrities and important people in the world, why would I choose an animal?
noticed every day is that whenever people see Shazam, he brings a smile to their faces. Irrespective of if they're having a bad start to that day, they're stressed about some test at school, they're late for work, or even stuck in traffic. Looking at Shazam's face sticking out of the window lets them become happy and forget all of that, even if it's just for a fleeting second. He's happy and he spreads happiness. After dropping me off to my school, he goes for his morning walks, where he runs, plays, sniffs every nook and cranny, and sometimes even meets other dogs. This exercise helps him make fit and healthy, not only for Shazam, but for my parents as well. After his walks, he sleeps as if he has no other care in the world, which shows us how we should not get too stressed about things and take adequate time to rest as well. We should learn from this that we can create a balance between work, play, and rest. Then, during the evenings, daily, we take a disciplinary training, helping him learn more and more each day, which is what we should do too. Develop new skills and never stop learning. Now, I don't know how many of you have dogs, but they are such creatures that will want to be around you and follow you around everywhere. That is their way of showing affection and loyalty. For example, whenever someone rings the doorbell, Shazam will bark and will rush to the door, standing guard as if he's protecting us from strangers. Such a marvelous creature God has created as an entity. He has given us a companion to support us through thick and thin. Not only do dogs give us company, but they are a reminder of things humans have forgotten, like loyalty, companionship, love, etc. So through Shazam, we understand that the ingredients to keep the key ingredients to a wholesome life are pretty simple, and they are: 1. Be happy and spread happiness. Stay healthy and fit. Work hard and rest well. Learn something new every day. Value friends and family. Be loyal and enjoy the simple things in life. And there you have it, a successful formula to lead a happy life. Now, that is one of the biggest reasons why I would want to be Shazam for an entire day. Although, to be honest, I wouldn't mind leading such a happy and selfless life every single day. Lastly, I would like to end with a quote said by John Brogan. A dog doesn't care if you are rich or poor, educated or illiterate, clever or dull. Give him your heart and he will give you his. And we, humans, the most intelligent species on earth, fail to understand. How I wish we all could be more like Shaya. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you so much. The key ingredients told by you will be in my everyday list and in all everyday lists. Thank you so much. Let me now call upon Sandi Singh from grade 5.
Good morning, dear teachers, my fellow schoolmates, and everyone present in this room. My name is Sandi Singh, and today I want to tell you a story about a marble tile and a marble statue. A story that teaches us the true meaning of no pain, no gain. In the heart of a beautiful city, there stood a grand museum. The floor of the museum was made of shiny marble tiles, and right in the center of the hall, there stood a magnificent marble statue. People from all over the world visited the museum every day, walking on the marble tiles to get closer to the statue and admire its beauty. One night, when the museum was quiet,
marble tile spoke to the marble statue. Hey statue, said the tile. We both came from the same place, didn't we? Then why do people step on me? Why they admire you? It's so unfair. The statue replied with a gentle smile. My friend, do you remember when we were both in the sculptor's workshop? We were just rough blocks of stone. These sculptors started working on you first, but when he used his sharp tools to carve and shape you, you broke apart. Yes, yes, I remember, said the tile. I hated those sharp tools. It hurt so much. The statue nodded. Yes, it hurt. But when you gave up, the sculptor left you and started working on me instead. And I knew that if I wanted to become something special, I had to endure the pain. So I let him carve me. Chip by chip, even when it was painful, I trusted that the pain had a purpose. The statue continued. Life is like that sculptor. It uses challenges, failures, and hardships to shape you into something extraordinary. But it is up to us. Do we break apart like a marble tile? Or do we face the pain and let life turn us into a masterpiece? The marble tile stayed silent, realizing the truth in the statue's words. My friends, this story reminds us that every struggle, every failure, and every painful moment is shaping us into something better. And success doesn't come easy. So the next time, when life feels hard, when you feel tired, when you feel like quitting, remember, no pain, no gain. Embrace the challenges and become your own masterpiece. I thank you all for patiently listening to me.
Thank you so much, Sanvi. The differentiation that you told about the tile and the sculpture was really fantastic. Thank you. May I now call upon Shaya S from grade 5.
Imagine you work in a corporate office and you and your male colleague get your monthly paycheck. Your male colleague, who has been working in the office for only 3 months, gets 88K, and you, a girl who has been working in the office for about 2 years, gets only 60K. Sounds unfair, right? Well, let me tell you, this is not the scenario only in this office, but is the scenario around the world. Hello everyone, my name is Shaya Shetti from class 5D, and today I am going to talk about a topic that is often unspoken of but needs to be heard. The girl child, a blessing, not a curse. Today, while speaking, I am going to cover 3 points. When, why, and who. First is when. When did girls start to get so much hate? The expected answer is probably the Great Depression or the 1900s, when actually the answer is 12,000 years ago. There was a concept that still exists today, and that concept is called misogyny. In Greek, misogyny translates to the hatred of women or a prejudice against them. The next point is why. Why are women given so much hate? Well, the answer is the human mindset, which thinks that girls are a little toy that people and society society constantly play with. Society spreads the information that girls can't do anything. Well, let me give you a logical explanation. Sometimes in a family, when a girl is born, the relatives immediately jump in and say, "Oh, maybe you should try for another boy, another child. Perhaps give her a brother." But let's add some more logic to this. When a boy is born, why don't the relatives suddenly jump in and say, "Oh, he needs a sister"? That is because the relatives and people want the parents to have a boy so he can continue the bloodline. And it's not just about bloodline, it's about what they do. People think that girls are ideally meant to get married to someone and cook and clean. But what if I told you that that's wrong? It is completely wrong. This mindset is very old-fashioned. And today, many powerful people are women. From CEOs to famous chefs, many of them are women. Next is who? Who are the ideal people to start hating on women? And who are the powerful women resisting this hatred? Well, you might be surprised, but the first ever person to actually start hating women on a daily basis and the first known misogynist is none other than the so-called famous polymath Aristotle. He was the one who hated women every day and often said women were a deformed version of men. So Aristotle, these next lines are specially for you. Women like Lina Kar, Aditi Gupta, Adina Friedman, J.K. Rowling and Sheryl Sandberg are way more powerful than you and are more hurt than you are. So, to all the people, men, societies who think women are strong, well, in these few minutes, I have proved you wrong. Thank you and have a nice day.
Definitely, Shaya, you proved everyone wrong by telling us the importance of women empowerment, and thanks a lot for sharing it with us. We'll definitely take it ahead. Let me now invite Gayatri Prabhu from grade 7.
Throughout history, the written word has been a vessel for expressing knowledge, wisdom, love, conviction, hatred, and empathy, as well as a gateway to imagination and the places that it can lead to. Reading gives us some place to go when we have to stay where we are. A famous quote by the American professor of written French and world literature, Mason Cooley, perfectly describes the substantial power of a book and what a lasting effect it can have on some. Hello everyone, my name is Gayatri Prabhu and today I am here to enlighten you all on the importance of reading. Reading is a vague word, but according to me, it evokes the perception of imagination and can take you to places beyond your mind's eye. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. A man who never reads lives only one, by George R. Martin. Every time I enter a library, the memories of every book I have tried and love so far come gushing back, like the waves of the ocean returning to shore. The crisp sound of the rustling of pages makes me feel right at home. I remember each time in my summer holidays, I was never seen around without a book by my side. It was, as many would say, my best companion. Every day, till late at night, I would stay up reading my favorite novels until I would eventually doze off. Reading would take me to Wonderland. Each time I opened the book, it would never safe. I would often hide behind the curtains of my home, reading peacefully, with all the attention to the book that I had. I have always been fascinated by the wonders of the literacy world, and I've always dreamed of becoming a famous writer and a poet. Being absorbed by this topic, I have written more than 50 poems of my own. Nonetheless, every new style of writing always strikes my interest like every other one. Reading always sparks a new idea and paves the way for so much more to follow. I personally love to read and am working hard on cultivating this habit. When I was younger, my parents used to read exciting stories to me, and I would in turn listen intently, enchanted by the magic of a book. I would dream of opening my own wonderful little bookshop, assisting to the needs of the people who found their way there. I would love to help people find the path to the magic of books. When I read the great novel Alice in Wonderland, I felt as if I was Alice, traveling through the series of events, meeting the wondrous creatures there. In Alice in Wonderland, there's a clever and passionate dodo, a frightened mouse, cats who can disappear at their own will, and many more characters. It's all a magnificent place to be. Looking back at the story of Alice in Wonderland, Alice followed a rabbit into a hollow tree and stumbled upon Wonderland. However, in real life, a book can help you escape reality and can definitely take you to places you can't go and meet people you can't meet. Out of the many books that I have read, I love reading the books written mainly by Ross Welford, who thoroughly implies his creative imagination and carefully describes the distinct characters. I have read about the entire series, What Not to Do When You're Invisible, When We Were Lost in Dreamland, and many more. Watch with glittering eyes the whole world around you, as the greatest secrets are always hidden in the most unlikely places. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Why do I laugh? This quote wholly inspired me to jot down all my ideas in a diary. As if I forget, the next moment it vanishes, just like a dream. Since then, I have begun to write much more than I used to, and I'm very happy about it. I dream that one day I can make magic of my own, as an author, for myself, my friends, and other children. But I know making this dream come true will be a long and steady process. I will keep reading and writing every day, and above all, watch with glittering eyes the whole world around me, just like the wildlife. Today, I stand here to share my reading stories with you, because I believe that reading can light up the whole world. So why not surround yourself with books, sit down quietly and watch as how the words and pictures and how they always fit together so beautifully. At the end of my speech, I would like to recite one of my favorite poems. No one believes that a whole book could ever come from something as simple as butterflies. They don't even live that long. But on a paper, things can live forever. On a paper, a butterfly never dies. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gayatri. And I would like to share this with all of you that Gayatri has won a name for herself among the 34,000 students in the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition 2024. So let's give it a big hand to Gayatri. May I now call upon Laia from grade 4.
A very good morning to our esteemed school dignitaries, dear parents, and my fellow friends. I am Laia, a 9-year-old student from grade 4A. Today, I'm going to share my thoughts on the topic from classrooms to global impact. Our classrooms are where ideas take root. Let's explore how learning can go beyond textbooks and create a meaningful impact on a global scale. You know, every morning a pattern takes place in my house. It's between my alarm clock, my mom, and me. Beep, beep, wake up, Laura, time to school. Mom, why does school have to start so early? My mom laughs with it. Because learning doesn't wait for advisors. Now, how many of you go through a similar struggle of waking up in the morning? Raise your hands. Oh, and I can see a lot of parents. I guess you know the struggle too well, right? But do you know, I have 100% attendance in school. Not because my mom pours water on my face every day, but because I actually love going to school. The thought of seeing my friends, my teachers, and learning something new every day excites me. We spend 7 to 8 hours in school daily. That's almost half of our waking lives. It's where we build friendships, discover our passions, and shape our future. Think about it. How many great leaders and innovators have started their journey in classrooms just like ours? A simple idea sparked in the school can lead to something big. And that brings me to my next story. In 2016, an 8-year-old girl named Mahika A saw that her city, Flint, Michigan, was facing a terrible water crisis. The water was unsafe to drink and thousands of children were getting sick. But what could a young girl do? Well, in school, Mary had practiced letter writing as a class assignment, never realizing it would help her change the world. With a mind to make a difference, Mary wrote a 150-word letter to President Obama, explaining the struggles of her community. And guess what? He read it. He not only visited Flint, but signed a law that led to $100 million in funding to face the city's water crisis. Can you just imagine this? All because one young girl used a simple skill she learned in school to make her voice heard. Just like many great leaders have started their journey in the classroom, learning not just facts, but the power of using their voice. Now, ask yourself, what skills are you developing today that will help you change the world tomorrow? My school is not just teaching me subjects, it's giving me opportunities to read. It was my dream to write a storybook. And guess what? With my school support, I wrote and published The Alien School on Amazon. Over 60 copies have already been sold out. But that's not all. Standing here speaking to all of you on this very platform is a proof that schools don't just create learners, they create leaders. The real world doesn't work on multiple choice questions. It works on ideas, problem solving, and action. Just think, when we learn math, are we just memorizing formulas or are we using them to solve real life problems? Einstein once said, education is not just the learning of facts, it is the training of the mind to think. And that's what my school is about. Not just learning, but doing. And here's one more truth. None of this is possible without our parents. Parents, let me ask you, how many of you have stayed up late helping with homework or encouraged your child when they doubted themselves? Raise your hands. You are our biggest cheerleaders, who supported you yesterday, shape the leader tomorrow. When students, parents, and educators come together, learn to become a force for global impact. The purpose that teaches us that knowledge without action is meaningless. So the next time you learn something new, don't just memorize it. Ask yourself, how can this make a difference? Because when we do that, we don't just turn classrooms into places that teach us. We turn them into places that change the world. Maybe the next version of this idea is sitting in this very room. Maybe it's your idea. Thank you so much.
She doesn't speak in role eyes, but she also sings really well.
So I'm going to sing this song, Lovely. Try to find a way, try to find a way, but you never go away. So I guess I gotta stay now. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night or 100. Need a place to hide, but I can't find one. I wanna feel alive outside. I can't find my feet. It's lovely, all alone. Hard, but it's just my mind of stone. Turn me to pieces, skin alone. Hello, welcome home.
Thank you so much, Laia. As I said it at the start, that it's the second year that we are doing the TED student talks, and it's not just that we'll be doing it here, but also in our classrooms. So here I have a live example how the classrooms, how the life skill set is being inculcated in them so that they can come in here and give such impactful talks. I would like to request a great hand once more for Laia. We'll now move ahead and invite our next speaker, Mahika A, grade 9.
Good morning, respected teachers and my dear friends. My name is Mahika A from grade 9A. So today I want to talk to you about something that has the power to unite us, to divide us, and to transform us. Something that is so important to human existence, yet we often take it for granted. That something, my dear friends, is language. My topic for today is the power of languages. To explore how languages shape our identities, our cultures, and our thoughts, let's embark on this journey together to understand the incredible diversity and beauty of human language. I have always been fascinated by the complexities of languages, how it can shape our emotions, convey ideas, and connect people across cultures and borders. Growing up in a cosmopolitan city like Mumbai, which is a melting pot of cultures, communities, and languages, gave me an opportunity to learn different languages like Hindi, English, and Marathi. our native language, Tamil. Those were magical moments, sitting at my grandmother's feet and listening to her weave stories. For me, my mother tongue was not just a language. It was a world full of wonder and magic. I do remember how my grandmother would pronounce each word carefully enunciating it. I discovered similar kind of magic in other Indian languages like Hindi, Marathi, and Malayalam. As I grew up, my interest in languages deepened, and I began exploring other languages while opting to learn French in school. I discovered whole new worlds of expression, nuance, and beauty. In French, I realized that every noun has a gender, unlike English. In English, you would call a chair, just a chair. But in French, a chair is called chaise, which is female. Meanwhile, a book called livre is male. Who decided that objects have genders too? Do books have mustaches or something? So how do we harness the powers of languages? First, we need to celebrate the fact that there are over 7,000 languages spoken worldwide, each with its unique history, culture, and perspectives. Second, we need to make language learning more affordable, more engaging, and more accessible. We need to ensure that people learn new languages not just for practical purposes, but for personal understanding and cultural facts too. Third, we need to use technology to facilitate language communication, develop more advanced translation tools, effective social media platforms, and more inclusive language learning apps. As a global community, we are facing numerous challenges that require us to communicate across languages and cultures, from climate change to economic inequality, from social justice to technological innovation. We need to be able to collaborate with each other, learn from each other, and share our ideas with everyone. Language has the power to make us laugh at times too. Here, I would like to share my personal experience. Recently, I started learning Python, which made me realize that languages aren't just spoken, they are coded too. Except in programming, if you forget a single semicolon, the whole thing collapses. Imagine if that started happening in human conversations too. One person missing a please, sorry, or thank you, and boom, friendship terminated. So, the next time you read a new book in another language, learn a new word, or even struggle with grammar, remember this: language is one of the most powerful tools you have. It connects you to people, shapes your thoughts, and most importantly, allows you to share your story. And in the end, isn't that what makes us human? In a world dominated by AI, code, and emojis, one may ask, do we even still need languages? The answer is yes, because no matter how advanced technology gets, it can never replace the human connection language creates. A machine can translate words, but it can't translate the soul behind them. I would like to wind up my speech with a famous quote from Nelson Mandela. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, it goes to his head. But if you talk to him in his language, it goes straight to his heart. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vanika. Indeed, language is a treasure of culture, history, and wisdom. Thank you so much. May I now invite Vhan Mani from grade 5.
5G. I purposely stress on me being a grade 5. You all must be thinking, why bother if he's just a 10-year-old kid? Today, I am going to touch upon an important topic, empathy. This topic is vast, deep, and tricky, and I do not know if I can do enough justice on this subject given the age and the limited exposure I have this far. A quick background. My father is a business leader working for an IT organization. Since he works from home regularly, I often get to hear his discussions. Empathy as a term featured in his official discussions regularly. As a keen learner, I did attempt to understand empathy and why is it so widely and regularly spoken about. In fact, empathy was always the center stage of his every discussion. My attempts to go deeper failed, as I often found it too heavy for my fickle brains. But reality was soon to strike. Let me tell you one real-life example from my life. I am an aspiring sports person, sweating out daily, practicing real hard to find a permanent and strong position in the team. In one of my recent tournaments, I was benched for a while. I could not display my pain of not making it to the active playing squad. This situation hit me real hard, but also made me contemplate, or rather contemplation started with a lot of doubt. Am I working along the right team? Should I look for another club? Does anyone really care? And so on. While these questions were hitting me real hard, I had to control my emotions from display. But my coaches and my parents were able to talk me through this state. The regular conversations uprooted the doubts and cleared the unwanted clutter from my head. From being rigid of not displaying my emotions, I soon started talking about it freely, which eventually became a driving factor for me to put in more hours in practice, emerge as a team player, and subsequently, I was able to secure a position in the playing 11. From my real life example, I am sharing a few clear actionable that can be put to practice by each one of us. Listen, don't just hear it out, but listen well to understand the emotions one is going through. Participate, talk about your perspective to make it a two-way communication. Guide, life is all about learning from your experiences. So be the guiding light and work on few actionables jointly. A true friend, a real guide, or a mentor is the one who would at least follow the above. Empathy is not just a word or a skill, but a huge responsibility. In today's fast-paced age of internet and AI, human connect is getting left far behind in the race. So I compel each and everyone in the audience today. Identify your true potential, not for all or many, but for few or at least the one whom you care for. Let's build a world not of connection, but of not of division, but of connection, powered by the transformative force of empathy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vhan. May I now call upon Parsham Modi from grade 7.
Necessity is the mother of invention. Have you ever wanted to create something new? An invention that can help all of mankind? Something ingenious? Yes, me too. But I have an idea about what I want to create. Hello everybody, my name is Parsham Modi and I am from grade 7B CRE from CPGIS, and I will be talking about if I could invent something new. The invention that I would like to create removes virtually all boundaries of human creativity. Then I name it the Creator. It will be an advanced AI software which is capable of creating 3D models. This will be inbuilt inside of a 3D gel printer. So, a 3D gel printer is basically a 3D printer which prints the product inside of a gel. This allows it to use many more materials and also create in many more shapes. And AI, as you all know, artificial intelligence, is in the simplest words a machine that is taught to learn like a human and give result based on prompts. The AI that I would like to use for my invention will be capable of creating 3D models based on prompts. Both these technologies exist today, but they exist separately and in extremely developmental stages. And I would like to combine them together. Now you must be thinking, but Pashu, you quoted that necessity is the mother of invention. Then what is the necessity for this invention? Well, my friends and teachers, sometimes the ability to accelerate the growth of humanity can be considered as a necessity. Let me explain. Imagine a group of humans are discussing to solve a problem. The problem is that I want to cross a whole sea or a lake underwater. Now, when humans are discussing 9 times out of 10, they come up with complex solutions. For example, submarines or undersea highways. But if we ask an AI to think of a solution for this, it may give us some completely unique, out-of-the-box solutions like artificial gills. And if the same AI creates a 3D model blueprint of this artificial gill and we put it inside of the 3D gel printers, then boom! We have an actual working artificial gill. And this can help us breathe underwater. Just think of the possibilities. We can have undersea cities and deep sea exploration. And that, not just that, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This invention could help us progress in many other fields. AI can give us ideas on how to solve major problems in medicine, defense, and education as well. And speaking of ideas, if you have an innovative idea, you can give the AI a prompt to create an invention. This way, you can create your wildest ideas into actual real inventions. Of course, it will take many years, decades even, of research and development to create such a useful invention. But once done, it will be revolutionary. The creator, the invention idea, this invention will reduce the time, effort, and cost that goes into creating a product. The creator is an invention that invents. So, to conclude, the creator, an invention, revolutionary. The creator, an invention to make history. Create what you want, nothing is at stake. Just name it and the creator will make. Thank you.
go way too high beyond our experiences. Thank you. Let me now invite Bruha from grade 5.
Good morning, teachers, parents, and my dear friends. My name is Bruha and I am from class 5E. Today I am here to share my thoughts with you all. Before I do so, I would like to share an incident with you. When I was in junior KG, we had to depict ourselves as a national hero. I have chosen to be Rani Lakshmi Bai, who is of Jhansi, who is a real inspiration and an epitome of bravery. My mom had taught me the iconic dialogue, "Meri Jhansi kisi ko nahi dungi." But being a kiddo, I had my own version to it. In school, I actually said that "Meri Jhansi sabko dungi." Everyone burst into laughter. The thought was not entirely out of place. When I was asked why did I say so, I mentioned that after all, my parents taught me that sharing is caring. This is my topic for TED Talk today. Sharing is caring, be it your thoughts or something else. Sharing has an immense value in shaping up your personality. Our school always provides us with a platform to share our thoughts. When we share our thoughts, our thinking process enhances. In our school, which is an extended home, the teachers nurture these values in us. We have the freedom of speech. Our thoughts, ideas are always welcome. Our thoughts and ideas are always welcome, and we are insistent to think and speak out our thoughts. To be able to share with someone is a surreal feeling. It teaches you to let go things which you otherwise might hold on to. You realize this once you actually start sharing with anyone. Here I go in front of you, sharing my thoughts with you all. And it gives me so much pleasure that an audience like you has taken out time just for hearing me out. Isn't it wonderful? It leads to me getting better at thinking and articulating. This process of sharing isn't just limited to things or thoughts. It also becomes a part of you and brings kindness in you as a virtue. Say for example, I have my favorite toy and my friend has come over to play with me. In a non-sharing world, I would keep that toy to myself and tell my friend to get her own one. But when I turn it around, I would share it with my friend and enjoy playing with her. This is the real strength of sharing. Giving without expecting for anything. This is a difficult thing to do, but once you do it, you will never want to look back on. Do you remember the MasterCard ad which said that some things money can't buy? Time is one such thing that we cannot buy, and once it's spent, we cannot get it back. But still, if you share it with your near and dear ones, it's priceless. So sharing is a selfless value. Sharing is an act of kindness. When you share, you think about others, you help each other. Any kind of work isn't complete without sharing it with someone. For example, in businesses, there are employees who share their workload, and there are shares in market, right? Jokes apart, sharing is a valuable quality that everyone must have. And sharing is a valuable quality can only grow when sun sheds its energy, soil sheds its nutrients, and stems pass it on to other parts of the plant. This is how we get a sweet fruit. While sharing, never think what will be left for yourself. The more you share, the more you get. Joys get doubled when you're sharing it with everyone. When you're sharing, there are people who are there for you, who care for you. So friends, life isn't just about getting or having anything. It's about giving what you have, even if it's just a smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bruha. So many aspects of sharing she has touched upon in such a little frame of time. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let me now call upon Lina Kar from grade 9.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Lina, and today I want to speak to you about a topic, a challenge I overcame, and what I learned. Let me take you back to my early primary school days, when my handwriting was so bad that even the doctors would have been impressed. In fact, I am convinced that my teacher had a special folder named Mystery Work for just my assignments. One day, I had submitted an essay to my teacher, and when she returned it, I noticed something curious. Instead of the regular grades, there was a red circle with a question mark inside it. It was until later I realized that it was supposed to be a D. My handwriting was so illegible that even the teacher had given up. It was clear some things had to change. My handwriting was so illegible that it looked like a secret code, but the only problem was I didn't know how to crack it myself. Few years later, I met this teacher who finally helped me solve the mystery of my own handwriting. This teacher was different. She had the patience of a monk and the determination of a marathon runner. When she first saw my handwriting, she didn't grasp in horror or send me to the principal's office. Instead, she looked at me with a kind smile and said, "We're going to fix this." And fix it she did. She had me practice my letters like I was back in kindergarten. She taught me how to form each letter, loop every L and dot every I. At times, I felt like I was learning to write for the first time, but she never lost faith in me. Every time I would get frustrated, she reminded me, progress is a slow process. Every improvement is a step in the right direction. Slowly but surely, my handwriting started to change. The once chaotic scroll began to take shape. My letters lined up neatly. My words became legible. Slowly, my handwriting transformed into something I could actually be proud of. By the end of 6th grade, my handwriting was no longer a source of embarrassment, but a skill I could actually show off. My teacher's patience and dedication had turned what once was my biggest struggle into a strength, and I'd always be grateful for that. But wait, the benefits don't stop here. Having a good and an organized handwriting helped me be more organized in general. I was able to plan and structure my work more effectively. And also, my thoughts became clearer as I wrote them down. Good handwriting also sparked creativity. With the sense of frustration out of the way, I was free to focus on the content and explore ideas and express myself in creative ways I hadn't before. So the next time you face any difficulty which seems impossible, remember my story. With the correct guidance and a lot of persistence, even the messiest of handwriting or any other obstacle can be turned around. And who knows, it might just help you be more organized, find clarity, and express yourself in ways you never imagined. Thank you.
Thank you so much. May I now call upon Buari from grade 5.
I am from grade 5D, and today I am going to talk about preserving nature and culture. I started by humbly greeting you with a namaste or namaskar because this is how we greet in our culture. We find it so cool when the Koreans say "Annyeonghaseyo" and when the Japanese say "Konnichiwa" and bow. Then why do we shy away when we have the most humble way of joining hands and greeting people? It all starts with the basics, and you will follow in some time why am I saying this. Recently, I visited a few places in Maharashtra. One was towards the sea with humid yet pleasant weather, and one was near the mountains with cool breeze, lots of trees, shrubs, and lakes around. Both of these places have distinct features, but these are the small patches of nature we have been able to preserve so far. Why do I say so far? Because I am not sure if these places will look the same in the coming years, and the next generation will see as well as feel the same warmth, cool breeze, and abundance of nature and plants. As I saw a lot of commercial hotels, resorts, and construction going in and around the places I visited. And I thought to myself that, what is the point of coming so far and seeing the same concrete which we see every day in our city lives? The more the number of tourists, the more garbage and litter everywhere. I wish I could show you the pictures and you would understand what I am trying to say. Let me give you an example of the beach. The beach was some 30-40 meters down the road. And to reach the beach, there were steps paved like a small 10-minute downward trek. But while I was trekking down, all I could see was litter, chips packets, plastic wrappers, and what not. We also clicked a lot of pictures down the trail, but the litter clearly popped out in our pictures. So what did I do to make my pictures look pretty and clean? Simple, I used the magic eraser in the Google Photo app. And I said to my mom that I wish I could do this in real life. Use the magic eraser and clean all the litter and garbage we found along the beach. But my mom quickly snapped me out of the Harry Potter world and said to me that our upbringing plays an important role. Had the citizens of this state or nation been more civilized during their upbringing, this wouldn't have been a reality today. She also said that nature and culture go hand in hand. I did not understand what she was trying to say, but she gave me a few examples which I am so proud to share with all of you today. She said that there is a reason why festivals are celebrated. I am sure we all are aware about the legend of Satyavan and Savitri, which is connected to Vatapurnima. During Vatapurnima, the banyan tree is given importance. We all know when Savitri prayed beneath the banyan tree and brought her husband back to life. Do you know the scientific reason behind it? The banyan tree is a powerhouse of oxygen. When Satyavan lost consciousness, he was brought beneath the banyan tree, which released immense amount of oxygen and made him breathe and get him back on his feet. So spreading this folklore was initiated in a way to give importance to the banyan tree and refrain from cutting this powerhouse of oxygen. And preserving culture through nature is not only a part of Indian tradition, but is also practiced across the world. In the Amazon jungle, the natives take initiatives to protect the mighty rainforest. I also realized one thing from these examples was that we follow Western culture to look and behave cool like them. But what about the countries who do not give away their culture, like South Korea, Japan? Look how disciplined their generations are. Look how clean and beautiful their countries look. This cleanliness does not only come by preaching, but is practiced every day in their house, on the streets, in the school,
imbibed by the parents, but by the policy makers, the school, the government. All are involved in making this generation naturally, culturally, and technologically advanced. Now it is up to us. Do we want our country to be known as the most populated country or the most clean, beautiful, with an abundance of nature and plants and a well-raised and cultured population? Dhanyavad and thank you.
Thank you so much, Saina. Definitely, the generations coming ahead are going to preserve our culture. Thank you so much. May I now invite Dian Panig from grade 8.
I wake up today morning to find myself not in my comfortable bed, but in a damp, cramped room. Instead of a leisurely breakfast, I am rushing to put on a bulky jacket and a mask. As I walk down the bustling streets of Mumbai, I notice people's aversion to come close to garbage. I opened a manhole and jumped in it. My heart pounds fast with each step as I swim down the sewage pipe just to separate the waste into dry and wet. Greetings to one and all present here. This is me, Devanshi Panigari, who has swapped her life with a sanitary worker. Today, I stand before you not as myself, but as the voice of every social worker who tries to make our world a better place. I, as a sanitary worker, often face discrimination and social stigma, as well as I am often overlooked by my own family members due to the nature of my work. They treat me with great contempt and see me as an undesirable and unclean figure. I do not even get paid properly. But have you ever wondered what would happen if we stopped working for just a couple of days? Let me tell you, few months ago, the sanitary workers of Thane decided to stop working for just a couple of days, probably 4 or 5. Did you know what happened after that? The streets were stinking. People couldn't even breathe properly. This is the aftermath of workers not working just for a merely 4 days. Imagine if we stop working permanently. We are that important. Everybody wants to be a doctor, a pilot, an engineer probably. But does anybody want to be a sanitary worker? No. Because people are afraid of cleaning their own waste. Why is it that so? Alas, not all realize this. Neither the public nor the social media recognizes these people as true heroes. Now, let me tell you why I swapped lives with a sanitary worker. Sanitary workers are not politicians, but they run the country. We definitely don't want to stay in a dirty environment, right? They are like doctors who fight against injections, germs, sharp objects, bacteria, and whatnot. They are soldiers who fight against injuries, infections, etc. They are the silent heroes of our nation. If we stop working, the cities would crash under the weight of its very own waste. I have often observed that we appreciate the base of every pyramid about its strength to hold such a big monument. But have we ever appreciated the base of our very society? Do we even know who they are? We always keep fighting to reach at the top against everyone. But have you ever wondered who made the ladders to climb on? It is us, the social workers, the sanitary workers, made these ladders for you to climb on, made a clean environment, made clean air for you to breathe. Alas, not all realize this. Let's make the lives of these people easier by doing small things right from our homes. First, let's start by separating the waste into dry and wet. Sharp objects, glassware, electronics, knives should be kept in a different plastic bag because on coming in contact with them unknowingly can lead to severe injuries and infections because we can't afford medical treatments. Another thing is to pack the sanitary napkins in a different bag.
And do not mix these things with general waste or it will cause a lot of confusion. I thank you all for your valuable time and attention. I hope we'll start this from our very home and then into the streets. As rightly said by Mahatma Gandhi, sanitation is more important than independence. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Devanshi, and we look forward for a Swachh Bharat as well with your code. Thank you so much, my dear. Let me now invite Sanvi Bisen from grade 5.
A wonderful good afternoon to all of you present here. I am Sandi Kar, a learner of grade 5R, and today I would like to talk about a very important topic called never giving up. Somebody truly said that our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed in life is to try just one more time. With these motivational lines, I would like to share two of the most inspiring stories of Thomas Edison and J.K. Rowling. Let's start with Thomas Edison first. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. Can you imagine a world without light bulbs? No bright lights in your house, no lights in your classroom or at night when you're reading your favorite book. It was Thomas Edison's dream to change that. But he did not invent the light bulb right away. In fact, he failed thousands of times. One time, when Thomas Edison was working on the light bulb, one reporter asked him, "Sir, how does it feel to fail so many times?" Thomas Edison smiled and said, "My friend, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways which won't work." Many people might have quit by now after failing for so many times. But Thomas Edison did not. He kept believing on himself and created the light bulb that we use every day. Now let's talk about J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, the best-selling books. Before she became so famous, she was a single mother living in a small apartment. She had a wonderful idea to make a story of a young boy named Harry Potter. She believed in herself and kept writing, thinking for sure someone will publish my books. But 12 different publishers had rejected her. Believing in herself, J.K. Rowling kept writing her books. And finally, the 13th publisher said yes. Now, if you dream of being an artist, a writer, or even an athlete, remember, sometimes the roads may get tough. And you might think that I'm not doing the way I should. Just remember these people. The people who changed the world. They also went through tough times back then. Next time, if you're working on something and it does not go the way you want it to, remember these words. I have not failed. I have just found a way which won't work. And just like J.K. Rowling, believe in yourself. Because the world needs your unique ideas and talents. The conclusion of this topic: if you fail, never give up. Because fail means first attempt in learning. End is not the end. Because end means efforts never die. If you get no as an answer, remember, no means next opportunity. Remember, everyone has bad days.
So, the best thing to do is pause, rest, reset, and restart. Never give up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandi. I'm sure all of us sitting here will never give up on anything or anything that we are doing. May I now call upon our last speaker for the day, Soham Lala, grade 6.
Good morning to one and all present here. It is my honor and privilege to stand here before you today and deliver today's TED Talk on the theme of delayed gratification. Well, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. Hello everybody, my name is Soham Lala and I am from grade 6A CI. I would first of all like to narrate a beautiful and inspiring story to all of you, which I am sure you will find relevant. And this story is set in the prosperous city of Kashi, and there ruled a very wise and intelligent king indeed. This king was known for his courts were adorned with jewels and gems and riches alike. But there was one thing in particular he was most known for. It was his love for food. He was known for being the biggest foodie in town. One fine day, the royal soldier stood before the townspeople and said, "Hear, hear, all townspeople hear. 1 week from now, 1 week from today, the Majesty will be hosting a competition that has never been hosted by ever any king in this land." And do you want to know what was the competition about? The competition, as you guessed, was about the most delicious cuisine the king had tasted. In the same time, there was one man who was witty, though he did not have much money. This man used his wits to identify how could he get the 10 lakh gold coins from the king. That same day, the man went to the king and said, "Your Majesty, I promise to bring forward the most delicious cuisine you have tasted in your life." The king was overjoyed, though the man had a condition. Do you want to know what was the condition about? The condition was that the king could not even have a single grain of food, not even a single sip of water throughout the day. The king was used to have delicious delicacies throughout the day. But imagine how hard will it be for the poor king if he didn't have a single grain of food throughout the day. 1 week after, the man appeared again in the courtroom, and what he brought with him surprised everybody. The courtier's eyes widened as he had brought a simple bowl of staple rice. But the king, he did not care. As much as astonished he was, he grabbed the bowl from the man and gulped it down in a second and sat like the king he was. And guess who got the money? Not any master chef from all around the globe. It was the poor man who used his wits to get the 10 lakh gold coins. What does this story exactly teach us? This story teaches us the essence of delayed gratification. If the man had not made the king wait for so much time, do you really think that the king would have liked the staple rice so much? No. Now, you might ask that what do you have to prove that delayed gratification is so very important in our daily lives? Well, a test was done in the late 1950s to the early 1960s by psychologists, Austrian and on which stood a brown table. And there was a plate on it. And do you know what was on the plate? You guessed it. It was a marshmallow test. Now, I would like to show you the results of the marshmallow test. Before that, let me tell you that Michelle and his team had told the children if you wait for 15 whole minutes, which was a lot to the small toddlers, then you get 2 marshmallows. But if you don't, well, you don't get any. Now, let us see the result of the marshmallow test. The first image shows which was taken by the photographer by the CCTV camera. The boy is very reluctant to eat the marshmallow. But afterwards, he is annoyed with the state he is in. And later, we soon see the sudden change which happened in the boy. And look what he did. He suddenly gulps down the marshmallow in a second and doesn't get the marshmallow at all. A very live example can be an example I'll be sharing later. But first you might ask that what are the benefits of delayed gratification? Well, a few benefits that I would be naming is higher educational attainment, healthier body mass indices, higher SAT scores. SAT scores is basically a unit to measure the child's grades when he is about to enter the college state. And also overall better life outcomes. And how did Michelle and his team get to know this? They followed up the same children again and again over the years when they became teenagers and slowly also adults. They asked their college headmaster, partners, and their friends. And this is what they found out. Now, a very live example can be of a lady called Susan Wojcicki. Now, you might not have heard of her name or even seen her photo, but she was the one and only CEO of YouTube from year 2014 to year 2023. Now, that's a big deal. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for putting light on such wonderful topics. I think our speakers today have been amazing with fabulous and diverse topics coming up. I would now like to invite Ms. Preeti Pasricha, Headmistress Primary Section, to deliver the formal vote of thanks.
I don't think all of you will be able to hear me. Good afternoon, everyone. For the last 2 decades, TED's deadline has been ideas worth spreading. Now we are ready to enter a new era, introducing a new tagline which says ideas change everything. You agree with me on this? Yes. Do you agree that whatever ideas we have heard today have definitely changed and will change the life of our young learners, proud Goenka, and the parents also sitting here? Can we give a big round of applause? Thank you. As we conclude TEDx student talks, I'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone involved. I take the honor of extending our heartfelt gratitude to all who have contributed to its success. We would like to thank the trustees, Sandi Kar sir, Archana Goenka ma'am, Paresh Thakkar sir, and our director, Gri Prau ma'am. Jai Shri ma'am, our founder principal and chief operating officer, Principal Shamila and Ms. Suma, staff and ECCA coordinator. Our young achievers from grade 4 to 9 and 11 ISC for outstanding participation. Parents, for your constant support and cooperation. Organizing team, volunteers, and technical support team, can you hear out for them? As we part ways, let's carry forward the ideas and inspiration, striving to make a positive impact in our communities and beyond. Thank you once again, everyone who contributed to this achievement. We would like to have few video testimonials from all of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Rupesh, to the team. Thank you.
I'm sure parents also would be now wanting to study after hearing your children there. So, my dear students, excellent. Each one of you is going to be a marvelous and successful day in school. Right?
Yes, so you are not leaving without giving a video testimonial. Yes, dear parents, you can also take a photo click with your child near the photo booth behind. Get you back. Okay, parents, for announcement. Parents will be dispersing shortly children. So as soon as the photograph is done, please send them back to their classes. They will start with their laundry. Thank you so much. Is ready to go? No,
But the tribe is still there.
Not only this, but we get it is not just to do event where we see progress, but overall we need to step where it's going to be it's an amazing experience. Wonderful conference in the beach that we get.
Decision for us to send the here, my parents, knowledge and history, and we